Have you ever wondered what would happen if machines could actually think? What if the decisions we make today were made by artificial intelligence tomorrow? And what if right now, the future of humanity is being written by algorithms without us even realizing it? The story of AI is the story of us, of human curiosity trying to build a non-human mind. A story that began as a philosophical dream and has now become a reality, changing everything. Our jobs, our emotions, even our identity. It all started in the 1950s, right in the middle of the Cold War and the space race. In the summer of 1956 at Dartmouth College in the US, a group of curious scientists, John McCarthy, Marvin Minsky, and Alan Newell, introduced a term that would eventually reshape the world: artificial intelligence. Back then, nobody believed that a machine could ever talk, recognize images, or even write poetry. But that was the spark. McCarthy once said, "Every aspect of learning or any other feature of intelligence can, in principle, be so precisely described that a machine can simulate it." And that sentence became the seed of a revolution. In the 1960s and 70s, researchers began creating programs that could mimic human reasoning. One of the first was Eliza, a chatbot built at MIT by Joseph Weizenbaum that could act like a psychotherapist using simple rules. People were amazed, like some even thought they were chatting with a real person. It seemed like a scientific toy, but it was actually the birth of something bigger, the first real conversation between humans and machines. However, the golden dream didn't last long. By the 1970s and 80s, funding dried up, projects failed, and the so-called AI winter began. Computers weren't powerful enough, and the data just wasn't there. But the story didn't end there. In the 1990s, with the rise of the internet, AI came back to life. In 1997, when world chess champion Garry Kasparov was defeated by IBM's Deep Blue, humanity realized something new. Machines could surpass us. It wasn't just a game. It was a warning. A historical line between us and them. At the same time, the digital age brought a new weapon: data. By the 2010s, AI evolved again, powered by something called deep learning. Instead of being programmed step by step, machines could now teach themselves through massive amounts of data. And this time it worked. In 2012, a neural network at Google learned to recognize cats from millions of YouTube videos, without anyone telling it what a cat was. It sounds funny, but it was a turning point. A few years later, DeepMind's AlphaGo defeated the world champion of Go, a game with more possible moves than atoms in the galaxy. That victory proved that AI was no longer a tool. It had become a rival to the human mind. But the true impact of AI is not in labs. It's in our daily lives. From phones that unlock with our faces, to algorithms that decide what news we read or who we meet. Today, more than 77% of people worldwide use AI in some form every single day, often without realizing it. In medicine, AI can detect cancer years before human doctors. In finance, it predicts billions of dollars in profit and loss. But on the other side, more than 300 million jobs are at risk of automation, roles that could disappear within the next decade. Still, we're not just victims of this change. We're its creators. Every time humanity invents something new, it also creates a new fear. When electricity came, people feared the machine. Now we fear the mind inside the machine. But this time it's different. AI isn't just a tool. It's learning, deciding, and even creating on its own. When ChatGPT launched, it reached 100 million users in less than 2 months, faster than any platform in history. For comparison, television took 75 years to reach that number. That means we're living at a speed no generation before us has ever experienced. Meanwhile, AI is blurring the line between real and fake. Images, voices, even videos can now be completely synthetic, yet more believable than reality itself. One wrong output from a model can spread millions of fake stories in seconds. So we don't just need to learn AI, we need to learn how to live with it. But here's the big question: are we losing control? Or are we simply entering the next stage of human evolution? Some say AI is just the next step in the evolution of intelligence. only this time it's made of silicon, not neurons. Others fear it could mark the beginning of our own replacement. But the truth is, the future isn't written yet. Like every revolution before, the outcome depends on what we do with it. AI could cure diseases, fight poverty, and even help solve climate change. But it could also create mass unemployment, deepen inequality, and threaten democracy itself. In the near future, the biggest political or economic decisions might not be made by humans, but by algorithms. And then, the question we asked at the beginning will become very real. Are we still the ones making decisions? Or are the algorithms just letting us think we are? This is just the beginning. We are standing in the middle of the greatest transformation in human history. And the future might not be in human hands anymore, but in the mind of an intelligence we created. So what do you think? Will artificial intelligence save humanity? Or will it rewrite it? Share your thoughts, because this conversation is only getting started.